Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome to the finale of our 205 Live Universe mode. 3 big final matches for you here this evening, including Pac defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Hideo Itami. We've got Almas versus Guerrero inside a steel cage. But first, we have got a 6-man tag showcase of some of the upcoming NXT UK talent. And here is the first match of this finale then. As I just mentioned, it is going to be a showcase for the upcoming NXT UK roster, as we have the team of Zach Gibson, yeah, Flash Morgan Webster, and your NXT UK champion Travis Banks, taking on the reborn stable, of course, of Matt Sydal, Austin Aries, and a newly downloaded Rich Swann. And here we go then. First of all, we do have the reborn stable. Of course, Austin Aries, Rich Swann, and Matt Sydal. Of course, the fourth member of this stable being Pac, or Neville, whichever way you want to call him, who will be in our main event here this evening. But these three guys wanted to have a match, and I thought it's a great way of doing it while showcasing what is to come for you next Saturday in the NXT UK roster. So first of all, for NXT UK, we have got Flash Morgan Webster. A really good cruiserweight as well. We did have him as part of this roster, just never really got as much action as he wanted. I think our roster again was just a bit too big on this one. And his partner, we have got, I quite like this core actually, of Zach Gibson. It's a really good cause made for NXT UK recently. And last but not least, we have got the NXT champion. It is Travis Banks. Of course, he's bringing that championship with him from the NXT universe where we started this year's game with. Oh, this is a really good Rich Swann. Whoever's created him has left his bloody coat on for the match. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Why? Why would you leave his coat on for the match? That's just insane. Oh, my God. It was a much better core than the original we had as well. The one we had before was so... For some reason, the face scan was awful and it just made him really shiny. So this is a much better core. But leaving his jacket on is just insanity. I don't know what the idea is there, but hey-ho. Either way. So it's a good chance for Reborn to finish things off on a high. They've not been overly successful. Don't be wrong. Neville / Pac, whichever way you want to go. He was very successful. He came into this universe mode, won the Cruiserweight Championship on his debut and has held it ever since. And we'll be main eventing tonight's show against Hideo Itami. But apart from that, we gave Rich Swann an opportunity at the Light Heavyweight Championship, which he lost. Austin Aries and Matt Sydal were given an opportunity to get themselves in the Tag Team Championship match and lost. It's not been great. I mean, Aries had a couple of decent singles victories, but when it's come to championship opportunities or number one contendership opportunities, they've been pretty poor, Reborn, and they would love to finish things off on a high. As we've got Zach Gibson being attacked now by Austin Aries in the middle of the ring. So like I said, we will be starting with Travis Banks as our NXT UK champion. Which I think would be pretty awesome. Of course, like I said, he won it. I think he won it from Oney Lorcan. Am I right there? In the NXT Universe mode. I'm tempted to let Lorcan work NXT UK. Danny Burch will definitely be in there. Of course, Danny Burch is English, but I'm tempted to let Lorcan work as well. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see Oney Lorcan in NXT UK as well? That'd be, like I said, be part of the tag team alongside Danny Burch. Our tag team division there is pretty strong, to be honest with you, in NXT UK. Looking forward to that tag team division a lot. Last chance, we locked in there by Austin Aries on Travis Banks. And this could be an opportunity here because All members of NXT UK are down. It's Reborn in full control there, but Travis Banks was able to break free and now back up on his feet and wipes out Austin Aries. Morgan Webster is flat on his back being attacked while Zach Gibson's back up now. He's going to uppercut the back of the head of Rich Swann. Travis Banks now taken out side there. It's a very back and forth match at this point in time. Lots of action going on. So yeah, also in this video we are going to see not only the Cruiserweight Championship match, but also we have got the finale of that grudge between Eddie Guerrero and Andrade Cien Almas. And that will take place inside the confines of a steel cage. But not any steel cage match. It's going to be pinfall or submission only, no escape. And it will be best 2 out of 3 falls. So that should be interesting to see which one of those two guys does finally come out on top. It's normally been Eddie Guerrero, but tonight is Almas' chance to concrete himself as potentially the best Latin American wrestler to ever grace SWE. So now NXT UK are taking control. Webster to the outside with a crossbody. Zach Gibson taking down Rich Swann, but Aries fighting back against Travis Banks, but Gibson straight in with that corkscrew suplex, and this could be the chance. Reborn are down. Oh, it's a 2 count. Austin Aries was able to kick out. NXT UK would love a victory here to showcase the ability they have moving forward. Boots in the face there by Banks. As Gibson now just taken outside there. This elbow in the knee by Austin Aries. Went for the discus forearm, but was avoided. It's really become a big cluster in the middle now as Reborn looking to retake control, but Seidel, great heel kick, and now Austin Aries grabbing a hold of Webster, who fights back and spinning kick of his own. But Aries catching with that crucifix bomb. Aries now stalking the grounded Webster, takes him up. There's the brainbuster. Travis Banks is down on the outside. Rich Swann attacking Gibson. This could be enough. No, it's only a 2 count. The match continues. Travis Banks is back in. Hurricanrana there on Austin Aries, who was stalking the grounded Morgan Webster. Travis Banks now gets caught with a forearm in the face. I think that's twice that Banks has gone for his finisher and been reversed now. And straight away Aries takes him up into the brainbuster. There's the pin. But Flash Morgan Webster was there straight away to break it up. Trading of chops and a headbutt by Morgan Webster finally takes Aries down. There's the pin. 1, 2, and oh, almost a 3 count. What a win that would be for Morgan Webster, one of the biggest of his career, to defeat Austin Aries. Nice Hurricanrana there by Webster on Matt Seidel, and all of a sudden NXT UK are firmly in control of Reborn. Banks now bringing Aries back up to his feet. Aries avoiding the kick senton bomb there by Morgan Webster on Matt Seidel. I don't think he quite got as much as he wanted. There's the last chancery locked in by Aries, and he does get a boot in the gut by Webster to break it up. And Aries has really been the dominant force in this match for Reborn. I think if they do win this match, Reborn, it will be 90% down to Aries' ability so far. He's really been dominant in this match. However, Aries is now struggling as Seidel. Nope, Gibson escapes from the vertical suplex, then just clotheslines Seidel to the back of the head. Austin Aries is going to go for this absolutely stupid superplex to the outside as normal. Boom. I would love that to go a little bit further and go through the announce table, you know. Double Russian leg sweep in the ring by Zach Gibson and Travis Banks, and although Rich Swann now rolls out the ring and there's nobody in the ring for NXT UK to try and pin. Travis Banks now sends Rich Swann, coat and all, back into the ring. As Zach Gibson now has Aries up on his shoulder, drops him face first across the announce table. Travis Banks with the chin lock, and Seidel got him to break it with the drop kick in the back. Now Seidel rolling over Travis Banks into a single leg Boston Crab, but Banks able to fight free, and all of a sudden it's Banks and Seidel middle of the ring now. The two guys on their own as the other 4 men fighting out there by the announce table. Aries sending Gibson back into the ring though. Drops an elbow in the face. Be interesting to see what 2K do this year with NXT UK, whether they include some of those guys on the roster or not. I mean, guys like Walter and so forth, I think they probably should do. Rhea Ripley, Tony Storm, I think they probably should do, definitely. It's going to be a very interesting roster this year because a lot has happened since the last game was released. A lot of new wrestlers. Stunner by Rich Swann. What is where that came from? Wow. See that? Austin Aries just dropped Zach Gibson into the boot by Rich Swann, who then took him up into a sidewinder suplex. Aries now taking Gibson up into a brainbuster. There's the pin. Surely this has got to be it now for Reborn. It is. No! Gibson got there just in time to break it up. Webster got there just in time to break it up. This match continues. Wow. Absolute crazy German suplex there by Webster on Rich Swann. As now Banks, don't you do a superplex as well to the outside. Don't do it. Seidel fighting back. All of a sudden Reborn taking control back. Swann takes out Gibson, but Travis Banks catching Seidel once again. Over the top he goes. German suplex by Webster on Rich Swann again. All three members of Reborn drop to the outside. It's very frustrating, but they are being very clever in avoiding being pinned. Super kick in the gut there by Seidel on Webster. Banks now follows Austin Aries to the outside. As Webster running Bulldog taking Seidel down. I think Seidel might be busted open by the Bulldog as well. Face first into that matting. Of course, that matting is so thin. It's about an inch. And underneath it is just pure concrete. Gibson and Webster back into the ring. As is Rich Swann. Rich Swann with a stunner out of nowhere. Lung blower by Gibson on Seidel as well. But Swann was there to break it up straight away. And all six men now back in the ring. Rich Swann with a boot right in the gutter. Gibson takes him up into a sidewinder suplex. Snap German again by Webster, but he got caught right in the spine by Austin Aries. Swann, Phoenix splash, but Seidel jumped on the pin instead. Wow. What a disaster of AI that was. Standing moonsault by Seidel on Gibson. It's been quite a long match this one. I won't quite expect this match to go as long as it has done, to be honest. Seidel, nice reversal. All three members of Reborn now going after Gibson. Gibson fighting back with the right hand in the gut of Seidel and a big clothesline out of his boots. Swann, a big DDT on Travis Banks. Rich Swann now up on top. What's he going to go for? I don't know. What is he going to go for? I don't think he knows, to be honest with you. He just cross-bodies Zach Gibson. It's a hell of an aim to just catch Zach Gibson and nobody else, isn't it, really? Aries with the brainbuster on Morgan Webster. There's the pin. But Travis Banks is there to break it up straight away. Phoenix splash by Rich Swann on Zach Gibson. Matt Seidel looked like he was going to the top, potentially looking for... Oh, there we go. Leg hooked. Gibson has got a hold of Rich Swann by the hair. And Travis Banks, United Kingdom champion, gets the pin and the victory for NXT UK over the Reborn stable. And look who it is, the NXT UK champion leading his team to glory and showcasing the ability you will see on the upcoming Universe mode. Of course, this is the finale of 205 Live, and replacing this in the schedule will be NXT UK Universe mode. And this is just an absolute glimpse of what you're going to see moving forward. Zach Gibson, Morgan Webster, Travis Banks work fantastically well as a team tonight. However, when we come to the Universe mode, I'll be surprised if these three guys are still working together as a team. they're all going to be fighting against each other for that common goal, of course, the NXT UK Championship. And here's our second match of the evening. Andrade Cien Almas takes on Eddie Guerrero. This will be a good one, this bad boy. And here he is then, Andrade Cien Almas. He has argued for a very long time that he is the best Latin American wrestler to ever grace the ring of SWE. He proved himself correct for a long time until Mr. Eddie Guerrero made his return. And here comes Latino Heat himself, Eddie Guerrero. Has defeated Almas the 2 times the pair have been in the ring together. And he'll be hoping to make that number 3 here this evening. But it is best 2 out of 3 falls tonight, so we're really going to see who is the best man. So here we go. Like I said, this is a best 2 out of 3 falls match, but pinfalls and submissions are the only ways to get those falls. There are no cage escapes. But you can escape the cage, you won't get a point for it. So it'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this one. Just for a bit more context of this match, if you're not a long-time viewer. So essentially this feud started, like I said, in NXT Universe mode pretty early on in the lifespan of this game. It was essentially, like I just said, it was Almas stating that he was the best Latin American wrestler in SWE, and we saw him prove that with defeats against Kalisto, Sin Cara, Gran Metalik, Lince Dorado. He then went on to state on that he was not just the best Latin American wrestler to ever wrestle in WWE at this point in time. He was the best one ever. I completely messed up, didn't he? He's not just the best SWE wrestler from now, he's the best ever Latin American wrestler in SWE. That led to Eddie Guerrero making his return during a match of Almas's. He interfered in the match, but Almas still went on to win. It went on to Shabby Mania for NXT, and a one-on-one match led to Eddie Guerrero getting the victory. We then thought that was the end of it, but no, as we came to 205 Live, our very first episode was a triple threat match between Almas, Eddie Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio. The winner would get an opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. That match, once again, was won by Eddie Guerrero via pinning Andrade Cien Almas. Eddie was then given the #1 contendership and a future championship match for the Cruiserweight Championship. However, a couple of episodes later, Almas completely destroyed Eddie Guerrero backstage to the point where Eddie was not able to return for about 15 episodes. He then missed his championship match, which was taken up by Neville, and of course Neville/Pac won the Cruiserweight Championship. And then it's just been very much a back and forth between these two, and it has all led to this big best 2 out of 3 falls match inside a steel cage. Right, now we're all back up and to date, hopefully. That wasn't as babbled as... I did make a bit of a mess of that, I know, but... hopefully we're all on the same page now. There's the pin by Eddie Guerrero. I can't see a referee, so I'm not going to know exactly... I'm going to have to turn the volume up a little bit, and hopefully you guys don't pick it up the mic, but... just so I can hear what the counts are. So Eddie with the elbow right in the head of Almas. Now Eddie... oh, please go to the top of the cage. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the top of the cage for... oh... that's my one thing that I would love to see in this match, is Eddie frog splash off the top of the cage. Whether it's possible, whether he'll do it, I do not know, but I would love to see Eddie frog splash off the top of this cage. That's my dream in life. It's my bucket list. Almas though, wrench of the arm, and oh, twist it. Can pop the arm out the socket, it'd be very, very painful. I've got no sound, I have no idea what the counts are. I'm going to have to do the counts myself and hope I get it right. That's the problem with this, I can't see the referee, because the referee's on the outside, there's no referee inside the ring, so we can't see what the actual count is, but... yeah, we'll figure it out. Almas now dragon screw on Eddie Guerrero. Of course, don't forget, we've still got your main event for you after this one, as Pac will be taking on Hideo Itami for the Cruiserweight Championship. A match we could actually see in AEW at some point, that'd be interesting. Nice dropkick to the back there by Almas on Guerrero. A stamp on the back as well. Almas now with the arm of Guerrero, rolls him through and over the top. Definitely Almas, you can see, work on the arm. Only a 2 count, I think. Almas now brings Guerrero back up to his feet. Front chance of it, Guerrero fighting back. But Almas just that little bit quicker. Of course, the ring rust from Guerrero. Like I said, he's not competed a lot in this universe mode because of that injuries sustained by that attack from Almas, which culminated in a hammerlock DDT faced first onto the concrete just from the car park. It was a brutal attack, really. Guerrero now with Almas in tow, but Almas fighting back with the elbows in the gut of Guerrero. It's not taking Guerrero up into a suplex. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Almas now bringing Guerrero back up, but Guerrero pinging Almas with the jawbreaker. Now a suplex, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Looking for the second, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. The trifecta, the three amigos. He's homage to Chris Benoit, that was, wasn't it? I don't think they'd like to admit that, WWE, because of obviously Chris Benoit, but 2, only a 2 count. A boot into the spine of Almas as well, before a boot in the back as well. Eddie over the top with a cutter. In firm control of this match now, Eddie needs to lock in a front. Eddie's been busted open already, wow. Just shows how weak Eddie's forehead is. I mean, if you breathe Eddie the wrong... It's a bit like Ric Flair. If you breathe on Ric Flair the wrong way, he just busts open. His head's been open that many times over the years. Do you remember that match where Eddie faced off against JBL? I mean, that was an absolute... Oh, that match was a state. If you don't know which one I'm on about, have a search on the old Tinternet. It was... I think there was some blading in that match, and it was bladed a bit too deep, and it was a crimson bath, shall we say. It was one of those sort of matches where you sort of, as much as you like that sort of thing in wrestling, it was just too much. It wasn't right. Eddie bringing Almas back up, but Almas taking Eddie down. A boot in the chest, and both these guys know how important it is to get that first fall and just to get the momentum in their favour. Almas dropping an elbow right on the inside of the knee for bringing Guerrero back up to his feet. Into the corner. Went for the boot, but Eddie was playing possum, caught the leg. Now takes Almas into a Saito suplex. We ain't got a list for Saito suplex, isn't it? Eddie here going in for the cloverleaf. Maybe a... was that called like the lasso from El Paso? Lasso from El Paso, something like that? But of course the cloverleaf is also a maneuver used by his good friend Dean Malenko quite a bit. Nice Northern Lights suplex, beautiful bridge and pin there by Almas, but still only enough for a 2 count. Almas stalking the grounded Eddie Guerrero. Nice back flip, handspring, Pele kick. Brings Guerrero back up, but Guerrero still playing possum, taking Eddie down. Eddie down. Taking Almas down, now taking Almas up onto his shoulders, looking for... Nice, looks like a razor's edge powerbomb there. Sit out powerbomb. Eddie in firm control, but someone needs to get the first pinfall here. Of course, best 2 out of 3 falls. Eddie bringing Almas back up. Couple of big clotheslines. Ducks a clothesline into a drop kick on Almas. Eddie brings Almas back up to his feet. There's the suplex. I thought he might be going for the 3 amigos again there, you know, but fought against it. Eddie sends Almas into the corner, drop kick, but Almas just slapped it away. Both guys back up on their feet. Almas tripped by Guerrero, now folds him straight into now a Walls of Jericho. Is Almas going to tap? You know, it's an interesting concept in this match. You can tap out and survive. It's probably best to tap out than be stuck in a submission for a long time, because if you're stuck into a submission for a long time and take that damage, then you're more than destined to lose this match. But if you tap out quickly, you still might have a chance, injury-free, to go on and win the next 2 falls. It's a tricky one. It's a real tactical sort of throw, this one, just to survive longer. But thankfully for Almas, he was able to break out quicker. Neither man gone for their finisher maneuver as yet, as now Guerrero just slamming the face of Almas into the turnbuckle pad. Almas falls face first into the middle of the ring. Eddie drops into the pin for the 1, the 2, only a 2 count. Eddie brings Almas back up to his feet. Almas taking Eddie down. And has him hammerlock DDT. Almas out of nowhere. There's the pin. 1, 2. No. Guerrero kicked out again on the brink of 3. Almas not happy. He thought he had this match won. Well, not won, but he thought he had the first pinfall in this match. I forgot it was best 2 out of 3 falls then for a second. Almas now just stomping on the grounded Guerrero. Brings him back up, but Guerrero fights back with the uppercut. Guerrero now taking Almas up onto his shoulders. We've seen this already once. I know he goes gory special this time instead. Eddie now looking once again for that cloverleaf submission. Knee right in the spine. And Almas, I think, tapped. Huh? Okay. Did I miss Almas tap out earlier? I don't quite get what happened there. It's best 2 out of 3 falls. He must have tapped out earlier. What? I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't... Have I messed this up? Have I... What happened here? Either way, Eddie Guerrero has defeated Almas once again, but I'm a bit confused. Have I made this match wrong? Or have I just missed the submission? I've got no idea. Either way, Eddie Guerrero is victorious once again against Almas. Almas just could not defeat Eddie. This is the 3rd time now these two men have been in the ring together, and it's the 3rd time that Eddie Guerrero has come out on top. Almas will be very, very disappointed, but Eddie Guerrero cements himself as the best Latin American wrestler to ever walk inside a WWE ring. And here we go then, our main event of the evening. Hideo Itami gets his opportunity for the Cruiserweight Championship against Pac/Neville. The following match is scheduled for 1 fall. And it is for the SWE Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Because of course he won that Royal Rumble match a few episodes ago, 30-man Royal Rumble. It is going to be Hideo Itami. And your champion. Oh, this looks a lot better, this Neville, doesn't it? This is a much, much better Neville core. Your champion from Newcastle, England, like. It is Neville / Pac. But you used to call him Pac again, haven't I? And this one, it's all for then the Cruiserweight Championship. The main belt here in our 205 Live Universe mode. Of course, Hideo Itami, like I said, won this opportunity a few episodes ago in that 30-man Royal Rumble match. The winner, of course, became the #1 contender for this match. It was a bit of a surprise, not who I expected to win the match by any means, but still a very, very good match that I think is going to be really entertaining. Of course, both these men now are no longer with WWE, but they are with SWE, and that's the main thing. Our universe mode's allowed to be a little bit more out there than theirs is. So let's see how Neville / Pac. Right. I'm glad this is our last episode. I can get back to using Pac soon. When we get into New Japan, is Pac. And maybe, who knows, maybe NXT UK. I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens on that one. Referee shows Hideo Itami exactly what he's fighting for and holds that belt up high. The Cruiserweight Championship is on the line. Hideo Itami versus Neville / Pac. Alright, let's try that one again. I'm fed up with this game and its bloody glitches, but we're back again. Right. Hideo Itami versus Neville. I don't know what happened like. It was just... Both guys got stuck outside by the corner. Double count out. I'm not having this final match of the Universe mode finish in double count out. Right away, Hideo Itami versus Neville. Hideo taking Neville down, a big elbow to the top of the head. Did so well, Hideo, to get himself this championship match, and he's not going to want to let this opportunity go. Neville now in with a Northern Light suplex on Hideo, but Hideo rolls out the way and catches Neville with the Saito suplex. Folding Neville in half. Boot in the face. Hideo now into a pin. Hideo, we're playing games here. With the crowd, the referee and Neville. Went for the pin. I don't think he was going to get the free count anyway, but didn't even allow the referee to count there. And will Hideo live to sort of rue the day that he started becoming a bit cocky in this match? Not the best thing to do, is it? When you've got someone like Neville. Oh, haluva kick there by Hideo. That brings Neville back up to his feet, and Hideo taking Neville up. Neville managing to break free though. Spins Hideo around. Both guys go shoulder to shoulder. Neville catching Hideo with the forearm in the face, and then nice corkscrew moonsault. Neville in firm control here, dropping a boot in the arm of Hideo Itami as well. And both these guys throwing a lot of aggression in quite early in this match. Hideo fighting back with the elbow in the face of Neville. Nice single leg drop kick as well. In for the pin. One. Only a 1 count. Nice spinning heel kick there by Hideo. Dropping Neville. Boot right in the chest of Neville. Hideo dragging Neville back into the middle of the ring. Oh. A boot across the face as well by Hideo. Hideo now heading up to the top. Willing Neville back up to his feet. What's Hideo got planned? Went for the drop kick. Neville avoided it, slapped it out the way. What? We said, didn't we? We said that O'Reilly has got the briefcase. The music starts. O'Reilly from behind. Oh! Briefcase right in the back of the head of Neville. O'Reilly's putting himself in this match. Kyle O'Reilly makes this match a triple threat. Hideo's down. Neville's just taken a briefcase to the back of the head. O'Reilly now in with that front guillotine hold. Is Hideo going to go out? Is Hideo going to tap? No, Hideo able to break free, but this match is now officially a triple threat. Hideo Itami surviving Kyle O'Reilly's assault, but Hideo taking Neville down. And Kyle O'Reilly's made this match a lot more interesting. Hideo stamping the foot of Neville. Big boot right across the gut as well. Hideo now gets on the back of O'Reilly into a German suplex. Wow, as if this match wasn't crazy enough as it is. With two of the best cruiserweights in the world fighting for the championship. Kyle O'Reilly, Mr. Money in the Bank, interjects himself. O'Reilly taking the arm of Hideo in an arm breaker. Looking for the backdrop, but Hideo fights free, and a boot right across the gut. Neville now re-enters the ring. Striking here by Hideo Itami, but Neville comes up behind him with a dragon suplex. Now Kyle O'Reilly slamming the back of Neville's head right into his knee. There's the pin, and Neville able to kick out on the 1 count. But this match has definitely evolved now. I mean, both Hideo and Neville, they must have known, of course, in their mind that Kyle O'Reilly had that Cruiserweight Championship. But they must have been expecting it to be a singles match after this match, not to have to deal with him during the match. But Kyle O'Reilly throwing a spanner in the works of this match. Hideo now heading up to the top. Big diving elbow right to the heart of Neville. There's the pin for the 1. The 2. Only a 2 count. O'Reilly big strikes across the gut of Neville. Big kick to the knee and a clubbing blow to the back as well. O'Reilly now slamming the face of Neville into that top turnbuckle pad. Hideo now catching Kyle O'Reilly. The best thing about Kyle though is he's had about 5 minutes less in this match than everyone else, so he's going to be in the best condition. He's going to be the hardest one to pin, so I think the best bet is probably to get him out of the match and pin. Obviously, if you're Hideo Itami, try and pin Neville. If you're Neville, trying to pin Hideo Itami. Kyle O'Reilly now catching Hideo with the elbow. Takes him up into the brainbuster roll, straight into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. O'Reilly back up on his feet, as is Neville. The 2 meet in the middle of the ring, both going for strikes, both missing. O'Reilly now sending Neville over the top. And it looks like he's going to bring him back in the hard way with a vertical suplex. O'Reilly now once again going after Hideo Itami with a pin. Of course, now this is a triple threat. It's no disqualifications and no rope breaks as well. O'Reilly once again stalking. Hideo has him in that front guillotine, hooks it, grapevines it, and Hideo drops the ground. If Hideo taps now, then Kyle O'Reilly's the new Cruiserweight Champion. Neville's back up on his feet. He comes in, but it's too late. It's too late. Hideo has tapped, and Kyle O'Reilly's won the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville is not happy at all. This was supposed to be a singles match in Neville's mind, and he was not even pinned or submitted to lose his championship. It has been a terrible night here for the Reborn stable, and it gets worse and worse and worse as Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era now walks away with the Cruiserweight Championship. Very clever by Kyle O'Reilly to cash in his Money in the Bank when he did. I mean, if he was going to cash in tonight, I think most people expected him to ambush the winner of this match, but to interject himself in this match midway through, he could fully prepare. The other two were not expecting a triple threat match, and it definitely worked out beneficial for Kyle O'Reilly, who is your new champion. So there he was, that big vertical suplex. Neville rolled to the outside the ring, and O'Reilly went for the pinfall there, wasn't enough, but then locked in the guillotine hold once again. And Kyle O'Reilly is now your Cruiserweight Champion. Kyle O'Reilly is going to walk out of this universe mode as the main event champion. I'm so happy. Big fan of Kyle O'Reilly, massive fan of his work, and now he's the champion. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the video, and that is the end of our 205 Live Universe mode. Next up, like I said, on Saturday, we will begin our NXT UK Universe mode. You've already seen a few of those guys showcased here this evening. And of course, we are still continuing on with the New Japan Universe mode as well. So still a lot of action to come on that one. So definitely worth checking out that 205 Live. Of course, our first 205, our NXT UK. Our first episode of NXT UK will be the roster reveal. We're going to do it slightly differently this time. So it should be a much more interesting video with a lot more action going on. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video and of course this series as well. If you have, then please let me know by hitting that like button. It does really help me out, and let me know that you've enjoyed the series as well if you do hit that like button. And of course, if you do want to see some more and you're not already, I dare say if you're this far in the video, you probably are already, but do hit that subscribe button as well. It'll be greatly appreciated. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon for NXT UK. Bye.